My boss announced my promotion to VP at an emergency meeting, but my assistant's whispered warning and email revealed they were setting me up to take the fall for years of embezzlement. I'm Nathan, 38M, and until 3 weeks ago, I was the director of finance at Harlow Tech Solutions, a mid-sized software company in Austin. I'd worked there for 6 years, climbing from senior accountant to director through hard work and dedication. The company had about 400 employees, and I managed a team of 15 in the finance department. My boss was the CFO, Gregory Walsh, 52M, who'd been with the company since its founding 12 years ago. Gregory always seemed like a straight shooter. He was demanding but fair, expected excellence, and rewarded good work. When I first joined Harlow Tech, he took me under his wing, mentoring me through complex financial situations and teaching me the ins and outs of tech company finance. He recommended me for the director position 3 years ago, and I've been grateful for his support ever since. My assistant, Paula, 29F, had been working with me for 2 years. She was sharp, organized, and had an incredible eye for detail. She'd started as an entry-level finance coordinator and quickly proved herself invaluable. I promoted her to my executive assistant last year, and she managed my schedule, handled confidential documents, and coordinated with other departments seamlessly. 3 weeks ago, everything changed. It was a Tuesday afternoon around 4 p.m. when Gregory's assistant sent out an urgent message. The emergency all-hands meeting in the main conference room in 15 minutes. No explanation, just that everyone needed to attend. This was unusual. We'd had company-wide meetings before, but never with such short notice. I walked into the conference room with Paula. The energy felt strange. Gregory stood at the front with our CEO, Linda Barrett, 47F, and our VP of Operations, Thomas Reed, 44M. They were whispering to each other, occasionally glancing at their phones. Other employees filed in looking confused and concerned. Emergency meetings usually meant bad news, layoffs, acquisitions, major problems. Once everyone was seated, Linda called the meeting to order. She thanked everyone for coming on short notice and said they had an important announcement. Gregory stepped forward with a smile. He started talking about the company's growth over the past year, how our financial performance had exceeded expectations, and how strong leadership in the finance department had been crucial to our success. Then he said they'd made a decision to create a new position, Executive Vice President of Finance and Strategy. This person would oversee not just finance but also work closely with the executive team on long-term strategic planning. He paused for effect, then said my name. He announced they were promoting me to EVP, effective immediately, with a significant salary increase and equity package. The room erupted in applause. Colleagues were clapping, some standing. I was stunned. I hadn't known this position was being created, let alone that I was being considered. Gregory gestured for me to come to the front. I stood up, my heart racing with excitement and disbelief. As I stepped into the aisle, Paula grabbed my wrist. She leaned in close and whispered urgently, "Don't accept it, it's a trap, check your email right now." Her voice was shaking. I looked at her face and saw genuine fear in her eyes. I froze. Everyone was looking at me, waiting for me to walk to the front. Gregory was smiling, holding his hand out. Linda looked expectant. But Paula's grip on my wrist was tight, and her expression told me she was deadly serious. I made a split-second decision. I told Gregory the first needed a moment, that I felt suddenly dizzy. Linda looked concerned and suggested we take a brief break. I hurried out of the conference room with Paula following close behind. Several colleagues asked if I was okay, but I pushed through to the hallway. Paula pulled me into an empty office and shut the door. She was nearly hyperventilating. She told me to check my email, specifically the one she'd sent me 10 minutes ago with the subject line urgent private.